everyone. Tonight, we are going to be celebrating the Haunted Mansion. So, ironically, I am not your ghost host tonight. We have another ghost host here. We will let you guess who the ghost host is, but first, we're going to go through the video that is currently here. So, welcome, Walt and Melissa from Mouse Talk. How are you guys doing?
We're good. Thanks for having us.
I just absolutely love you guys. I'm so excited that you're here. Thank you for joining us. And I know Walt probably loves the Haunted Mansion almost as much as I do. So, oh my gosh, Sugar Lips Walt.
Yeah, Dougie. I gotta think of the name. I don't know yet. You're too fast for me.
Oh, I love it. And then we also have the king of streaming now, Steve's World. Hi, Steve. How are you?
I am well. I don't know if I'm called the king of streaming, but thank you for.
Oh yes, you are.
Thank you for inviting me. I was honored to be here.
Yes. So let's introduce our ghost host, and I guess we'll let everyone guess who our ghost host is. So, the ghost host, would you introduce yourself?
Yes, I am your ghost host, otherwise known as Donna Jaworski, who has no idea what she's doing, so my video is not working. So you've got my voice.
Oh my gosh, Donna, I love you so much.
I love you too.
Any guesses on who it is?
I actually think that it's Patrick from Zippity Doo Dah.
We're going to pop the car.
The car.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, we have lots of fun people here in the chat tonight, so we're going to quickly go through. I feel like I'm doing Steve's job right now. We got Rob. First of all, Rob did not burn his steaks, so congratulations.
Hey, Rob.
With no burnt steaks. Patrick was here, Rachel, Samantha, Russ. Let's keep going down. Dougie, or he's been calling Walt all these nice pet names. Pam Spam, Michael Riley, Chris from Disney World Adventures. Let's see, Michael Riley, Zachary, welcome. Kay, Disney Circus Girl, welcome. I'm just scrolling through the chat. You guys were really busy talking. Just going through. My name is Jeff. Welcome. We have another Jeff here that is also, well, his name is Dole Whip Dad. Twinkling Beauty, welcome. Steph Loves Disney. Arjons. Lorena, welcome. Mike Wheeler, hi. The Chef family, hi, Ryan. Thanks for stopping in. Emily from LSU Mom. I think that's everyone. I don't know if it skipped. Oh, Phantasmic Chronicles, welcome. I think that's everyone for right now. But if I've missed you, let me know. It jumped a whole bunch. But we are here to celebrate 50 years of the Haunted Mansion. I am so excited to be celebrating with you guys, mostly because I feel like you guys love the Haunted Mansion, like I said, almost as much as I do. And Dougie says, I would like to point out that Steve is also very handsome, but Walt challenged me with honey nonsense, so now I need to keep going until he asks me to stop.
Stop.
Handsome is not a word I associate myself with. So.
Oh, guys, you are both handsome. So, okay. I also saw Dare to Disney, welcome, and then Greg's Disney's Adventures, and then I thought I saw one other person. Maybe I skipped it. I don't know.
John P. Hazelton.
Oh, John, welcome. Thanks for letting me know that he was here. Okay, so I guess we can start off by discussing why we love the Haunted Mansion and why it is such a successful attraction. I mean, it's been around for 50 years at Disneyland, and we're coming up to 50 years in Walt Disney World because if you guys don't know, the process of building the Haunted Mansion was a very, very long, lengthy process in Disneyland because it was just really put off, and then it became a facade, and then it was actually just like the whole project was put aside for quite a long time. But then it opened with Walt Disney World too. So I actually prefer the one in Disneyland more than I like the one in Walt Disney World. Oh, Patrick, I love it because Meg loves it. Hi, Dee, welcome. Oh, that's too funny. But yeah, we'll start with Walt and Melissa and talk about some of the reasons why you love the Haunted Mansion.
You probably especially love Disneyland because they do the Nightmare Before Christmas overlay at Christmas time. Have you seen that? I want to see that.
I haven't seen it in person, but one day I will. It's one of my dreams to see it in person.
Us too.
Well, I know for me, I love the Haunted Mansion because it's unlike anything else you get at Walt Disney World, period.
Mm-hmm.
It's unique, almost in any other way than any other ride you get at any other park, to be honest with you. It has its spooky moments. It has its fun, whimsical moments. It has an incredibly wonderful, catchy tune. The guy who's your ghost host is amazing. That guy's voice is incredible. I wish I
Or Donna Jaworski, our own ghost host.
Yes, I know. But it's awesome. It's so unique. It's so wonderful. It's not, you know how I am with IPs anyway. I like IPs, but this one, it's not. It's unique in its own way. I just think it's fantastic. I love everything about it. What about you?
Amen.
Amen.
Just the color.
Oh, I love it. And also, I want to point out their new shirts that they got. They look amazing. Look at that.
Russ Staples.
Russ is the man. Oh my gosh. Well,
Russ is amazing.
He is awesome. He does great stuff.
So talented. I also want to say hi to Mike88NYC and Cinder Alley Loves Disney. Welcome. Oh, and Myers and the Mouse. Welcome. So Steve, how about you? What are your feelings about the Haunted Mansion and why do you love it?
Well, first off, I love it because the technology from 50 years ago has stood the test of time and it's still epic today. I mean, when you have something like, you can only imagine what it was 50 years ago when it first came out, how it looked, but it still baffles people how they create these things. And it's unlike any other ride they have. I mean, they have ghosts that you can see through and dancing around a dinner table in a ballroom. And it's just this has to be the attraction that has the most going on that you will still not see in every single ride that you do, between pictures that move and talk and doors that creak and open. And it's just, they create a silhouette of their pianos playing with nobody sitting there, but you can see the guy's shadow on the floor. I mean, what they did to this ride, and not only inside but outside as well, with all the tombstones and everything they do, it's just an incredible ride, and it's definitely one that has stood the test of time.
It's relevant. It's still relevant.
Exactly.
It's still relevant today. Absolutely, it's fantastic.
And I love that it's got the creepy factor, but it's not so scary that it doesn't still fit in with the whole Disney theme and that kids can't enjoy it. So it's kind of at that level where it still totally fits in with the whole theming, but it's definitely different from anything else within Magic Kingdom. Sure.
Yeah, Disney Circus Girl says the simplicity of how that ballroom scene is done and the effect that it gives never fails to amaze me. Yes. So Rob also earlier in the stream, like before we had even started, he asked me to talk a little bit about my tour that went underneath the ballroom scene. So in a little bit, we could talk about that. It was the Marceline to Magic Kingdom tour. So I would highly recommend that tour if you haven't done it. You get to go in like backstage and inside the Haunted Mansion where the ride is still going on. But that's Pepper's Ghost. It's really awesome. And actually, I think it's the one in Disneyland where it has because it's all glass, like it's a huge glass pane, and it actually has a little crack in it. And so they they put like a little spider as if it were a spider web instead of a crack in glass. But we'll go back to that after. Dougie said that he's done that tour too. Best moment of the tour. I was fangirling hard. Same. I almost cried. And Marshmallow Man, welcome.
What's up, Marshmallow Man?
And Pam Sam said, does going backstage ruin the magic? I don't think it did at all. It actually made me more amazed. So yes. And before we get even more into our favorite things about the Haunted Mansion, Donna, tell us why you love the Haunted Mansion, our ghost host for tonight.
Well, I agree with what everyone has said. I love that it's like such an immersive experience from the moment you step and walk through the graveyard to get into the Haunted Mansion, and then you go into that elevator room and the stretching portraits and everything. It's just from the minute you step into the queue for that ride, you are in the Haunted Mansion. And it's just an amazing experience. You don't get that everywhere. Or actually anywhere else, I don't think, at Disney World or Disneyland for that matter.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. I think the theming is part of the reason why I love it so much. It's outside and it's inside. I actually prefer the facade in Disneyland because of the style of the house. So it's got this really nice, like, I don't know, it's more like of a southern
plantation type house. Yeah,
like, it actually looks like a haunted house as opposed to the one in Walt Disney World where it just sort of looks like a creepy brick building. I still love the facade, but just as Steve brought up, the Omnimover is just, we still use that today. I mean, Zachary, Donna is going to be our ghost host for tonight. Her camera is not working right now, but it's very appropriate for this stream because it happened to me one other time that we were doing like the Haunted Mansion, and I was also the ghost host. And I wanted to say hi to Janine, who came in here, so hello. And I see Abby from Main Street and Mickey, so welcome. But for me, the technology is so cool that we're still using it. And it wasn't supposed to be a slow moving ride. Thanks so much for stopping in, Disney Circus Girl. Have a great evening. But it was actually supposed to be like a walking tour, and I'm so happy they didn't do that. And I just love everything about the Haunted Mansion. I know I thought something was wrong. See, Donna. No. Donna is our ghost host for this evening.
Boo.
Oh, no worries.
That's got to be the sweetest ghost host in the world that you could possibly find.
I know, that was like when we did the Lion King on Disney. That it's like, well, we have Scar and then we have Megan. It's like, Mike says he prefers the plantation style house as well. Oh, Steph Loves Disney says the Florida Haunted Mansion was fashioned after a mansion near where I live. They say the mansion is in Pennsylvania is really haunted. I'm not like, so as much as I love spooky things, which is like all about me, like I am spooky. Like Halloween is my favorite holiday. My birthday's right after Halloween. It's just like my whole being is Halloween, spooky, spoopy, whatever it is. But I don't do scary things. So like actual haunted things are a no-go for me, but the Haunted Mansion is 100% yes, because it's not actually scary. But yeah, I think
you gotta do it, man.
I went in on Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. I think there was like maybe 2 other people in the stretching room with me, and it was actually really scary because
oh my God.
So like a fun fact is that if you get into the stretching room and you stand by this portrait of the tightrope walker, you will see this little red dot, and it's not behind me. But you will see this little red dot, and you will like be right where the door opens for the next room. And so I go and stand there all the time because it saves me a lot of time and probably saves me like 5 minutes between waiting in line. And so I was there and I was waiting, and it was so creepy because I was the only person walking in line, and I was like,
that is pretty creepy.
What? Yeah, it was really scary. Ardon says, "Where is Donna?" Wait, let me highlight that comment. I forgot that I could highlight comments. Where is Donna? Who is Donna? When is Donna? I love it.
Oh my goodness.
Twinkling Beauty said, my brother was born at 12:01 a.m. Halloween night, so technically it's November 1st. That's still pretty cool. Getting Lydia. Oh, yes. Lydia from Beetlejuice is awesome. I myself am strange and unusual. Yes. I'm the best. So let's quickly talk, or it doesn't have to be quickly, but let's talk about some of our favorite rooms or scenes in the Haunted Mansion. And, feel free to describe in any detail that you want. But what is your favorite scene and why do you like it?
The ballroom scene.
Start?
I love the ballroom scene. I always have. I want the Doom Buggy to stop right there at some point. You know what always freezes? It's usually when you're going backwards down that one thing. I swear we've frozen there twice. And you're like,
Always. We're always going down backwards when it stops.
Seriously, we couldn't have stopped in front of like something really cool where you can, because I feel like I missed so many details with that. Because even though it's a slow moving ride, there's so much to see there, and it fascinates me every time. I love it.
Well, I'll say this. First off, part of the ambiance of Haunted Mansion is the cast members.
Oh,
They
yeah.
can't be forgotten. They bring so much to it. Other than them in Tower of Terror, they really know how to make it that much more, interactive and immersive. But for me, the best scene for me, and people are going to find this to be funny, but it's a very subtle scene. It's very quick. But the scene when you go by the hallway and you see the candelabra floating across the hall, that's my favorite scene.
I love that.
I love that scene. I just think it's creepy. It's awesome. That's my favorite scene.
And then the after hours video we watched, they did at Disneyland. They actually had a knight that jumped like a jump scare that came out of that hole.
You know how the knight, because they have the knight that's right there.
Yeah.
Well, it was a real person. And
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, they're not supposed to have jump scares in Disneyland.
No.
But I love that scene. It's very simple. It's very quick, subtle. It's just kind of spooky and creepy to me, but it's neat.
Isn't that where they put Zero?
Yeah. I think isn't that where Zero goes across?
In there?
I think that's
I try so hard not to watch videos of that because one day I will go and see it. I've seen clips of it, but I'm like, I don't want to ruin the experience for me. So I try so hard not to watch Haunted Mansion Holiday because that's something that I really, really want to do. But that's amazing. I also love the hidden Donald that's in the little chair next to that hallway, which is so cool.
Didn't know that. What?
There's a hidden Donald. Yeah, he's like in the chair. I have it in one of my videos because I got a pretty good low light picture of it. So I like inserted the picture into one of my videos. I think it came out already. Like I have to remember which one. So if I find it, I'll send it to you guys and you could just see. Yeah, it's like the chair next to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hidden Donald face.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's the first I've ever heard.
Well, of course you're not supposed to find it. It's hidden.
Yeah. Yeah, I love looking for hidden Mickeys and hidden anything in Disney. So if you guys like that too, there is that hidden Donald face on that chair. It's pretty cool. So Steve, what is your favorite scene and why do you love it?
Well, and I can only speak to the Disney World version because that's the only one I've ridden. I don't know how close the rest. I know there's the Haunted Mansion's, excuse me, the only attraction that's in 4 different lands and 4 different parks. So they even got them across seas. And I assume they're all relatively the same, but the ballroom scene is iconic. And when you sit up there and you see the dancing ghost and how fluid they move and everything, I don't want to know how they do it. I do and I don't, but I'm afraid it'll ruin it. But like you said, it may not. But it's an incredible scene. They have one of my favorite hidden Mickeys, excuse me, between the plate and the 2 saucer plates.
Yeah.
When they put those in there. And then I also like towards the end where they have the Phantom 5, the singing, the busts that sing. I love that scene as well. But that whole so much goes into that. And again, are all the rides the same basically?
No.
You said Phantom Manor and Mystic Manor are very different animals.
Mystic Manor is awesome. It's incredibly different. It's pretty cool.
Which is that? That's not the one in Disneyland, right? That's the one overseas.
No, I've been on the one in Disneyland. The difference, there's like a couple differences. One big difference is that the one in Disneyland has the Hatbox Ghost. Yeah. So the Hatbox Ghost is really, really cool. I wish we had him in Disney World. And then they also, instead of like the one in Disneyland, you're actually on a second level. So the stretching room is actually an elevator as opposed to the one in Disney World. It's not really an elevator. They're just like, simulating that you're moving down. But the one in Disneyland is actually an elevator, and then they have the Hatbox Ghost.
Well, and the outsides of them are completely different, though, right?
Yes, they're very different.
The one in Disneyland is actually modeled after a house in Baltimore. Actually,
yes, I did know that.
So, and it's some house there in Baltimore, but I thought they looked completely different. But anyways, so again, I've never gotten to meet the Hatbox Ghost, although I'm very aware of who he is, and he's very popular. But I would have to say the ballroom scene for me.
So Janine says, Amanda told me there's a hidden Mickey on the table in the Haunted Mansion made with the plates. I can't find it.
Yes.
So
it's there.
Yep,
it's in the bottom
in the dining room scene. It's all the way to the left in the dining room scene on the table. So it's pretty easy to find. It's one of I don't know. I think it's one of the easier hidden Mickeys to find in some of the rides. But it's something that's always fun to point out. And like Steve said, it's one of his favorite things.
I think it's on the row closest to you too. It's on the bottom of the table, if you want to call it the bottom and top.
Yeah.
And I think it's the second or third one over from the left.
Yeah.
I think it's the second one.
And I'll tell you this about Mystic Manor, which I think is, I don't know if that's Tokyo Disney or which one that is, but Mystic Manor has like screens. It's simulator screens on it.
Mystic Manor's in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
That's it. Mystic Manor. It's Hong Kong, but it's based on a monkey. You got to watch it. If you ever get a chance, watch it. It's pretty amazing.
That sounds pretty cool. I want to quickly say hi to Horizons and also Mickey Sightings. Welcome. So Donna, let us know. Oh, Dougie says it's Hong Kong, but Donna, let us know what your favorite scene is.
Okay, well, like Steve, the ballroom scene has always fascinated me because there's so much to take in. And I've been going to Disney World since I was 3 in 1975. And to this day, I always see something I didn't see the time before. I'm like, wait, there's something I didn't see. I never saw that before. So there's like the dueling ghosts, and you've got the dancing ghosts and the ghosts blowing out the birthday cake. And
I love it.
It's just all that. And then the other one, though, for me is Madame Leota, the floating head. I mean, picture it. I was 3 years old going by that thing, and I'm like, it's a floating head. It freaked me out. Now I think it's really cool. But when I was 3, it freaked me out. But yeah, I was like, how did they do that? Really cool stuff.
I like the 2 dueling gun guys.
Yeah, they're really
cool. I like those 2 guys. They're cool.
Now, isn't the bride scene different, though, in the 2 parks, too, between Disneyland and Disney World? I think they're a little different.
They're not that different. Okay. Actually, I don't even know if they're different at all. I hear that there is a hidden Jack Skellington in the one in Disneyland. I'm not sure if it's in Disney World. I probably won't ever be able to find it, but maybe one day it'll happen. But I think they're pretty similar for people that are more well-versed in Disneyland, or like if we had Pepper Tree Villa, or even Jeff, who used to live in California, he might know. I think the attic scene is pretty similar.
Okay.
Yeah. But for me, my favorite scenes have to be the stretching room. That's one of my favorite scenes. And then also the graveyard. I could tell a quick story that I learned about, I could do it now. Welcome, Kat. And Pam said she did a tribute drawing to the Haunted Mansion with the floating head on Instagram. I will have to check that out. That sounds awesome. But on my tour, and Doug, you might know this, or anyone else who has gone on this tour, in the queue to the Haunted Mansion as well is some of the best stuff. So throughout the ride, you're sort of taken on this journey, and you're going through touring the mansion, meeting the ghosts. The ride's really split up into really 2 different parts. So we have this very dark, almost sinister half, the first half, and then the second half is more whimsical. You have the bus, you have the hitchhiking ghosts, you have all the ghosts singing and welcoming you, as if you have died, coming out of the attic and into the graveyard. But one really cool thing I learned about on my tour was that throughout the queue, you see the busts that are outside, and that's the whole fam. So we got like Cousin Maud, the twins, the uncles, you name it. So it's really cool to see, but it's a murder mystery game, and you can read their little descriptions underneath and find out who killed who. And you do find out who killed who throughout the descriptions. And then at the end of the ride, where you see the 3 hitchhiking ghosts, there's a portrait of that person. I don't want to spoil it because I want you guys to figure out who killed who, but there is a portrait of who killed everyone at the very end with the 3 hitchhiking ghosts. It's in the left bottom hand corner of that screen before you get the ghost in your doom buggy. But I absolutely love that part too, where they incorporate things from the queue into the actual ride, and then incorporating the Imagineers who worked on the ride into the queue and into the ride itself. It's just so fascinating to me, and I love it so much. Mike is talking about hidden Mickeys. He said the first hidden Mickeys, if you're looking at the mantle with the changing portrait, the outside rim is made up of a bunch of them, of the hidden Mickeys, which is really cool. And then the ballroom scene too. I love it. Oh, Russ said, I learned the story from your tour video, Meg. I tell to everyone I know when I go through the queue now. Bring more depth to the story. Yes. And the really cool thing about, I'm sorry, guys. I'll stop talking in a second.
Fine.
The really cool thing about the guy who wrote Grim Grinning Ghost is also, his name was Xavier. He also wrote the Yo-Ho pirate song, which is also very cool.
Well, he's 2 for 2.
He's a good songwriter, and he wasn't even a songwriter. I just think the history of the Haunted Mansion is so fascinating, which is why I think I also really like it. And purple's my favorite color, and I love everything about that ride. And just the fact that it's sort of split between that whimsical sense and also kind of being a little bit creepy. But oh, is Isaac here? Hi, Isaac. Welcome. Yes, yo-ho, pirate's life for me. But I absolutely love this ride so much, and how in-depth they did everything. So Janine says, Steve, the collection in your background is growing fast. I'm learning so much from Steve. Should we solo layout?
No, we don't need to do that. So, there's a few things back there, and I'm running out of room to put stuff. I got a whole room full of stuff I got to figure out what to do with. So.
Yep. And so I know, Donna, you were probably just as in awe of these new pins as I was, because I was looking at the Haunted Mansion pins that had come out yesterday, and I was like, oh. And then I saw the video from Ryan from Disney Pins blog had put it up for like the pins for the rest of the year, and I was like, oh, my bank account is gonna cry.
My wallet is like saying, stop, don't do it.
I know. Like you're already paying for an entire trip. Like you don't need to buy more pins. Oh, thanks so much, Patrick. I know for people who love the Haunted Mansion as much as me, and for like also most of my Disney pin collection, or a big majority of my Disney pin collection, is like geared towards Halloween and spooky things and the Haunted Mansion and the Nightmare Before Christmas. So it pulls at my heartstrings when I want to get them.
I hear you.
Mike puts a really good point too. You can also find Constance's ring in the ground outside.
Yep. Seen it, found it. Yep.
So I've never actually found it because I usually fast pass it, and it's not in the fast pass.
No, it's in the standby queue. You're right.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Alex. Welcome.
It's by one of the trash cans, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it? I have never found it.
It is. We
I've
found
seen
it
last.
last.
I just can't remember where it was.
Yeah, we put it out last trip. I thought it was by a trash can.
Yeah, I think you're right, Walt.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I love I found the new Haunted Mansion dress you were talking about. I love it. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
And the Hocus Pocus one. I was like, I'm not gonna buy anything big while we're there. Now I'm like, oh crap.
Oh yeah. I have 2 Haunted Mansion Dooney and Burke bags.
Oh,
yeah, that combined with the new ears I just got from you is like my not so scary Halloween party outfit.
Yeah. Oh, Argon, thank you so much. You said for my pin fund. Wait, how do I make this bigger now?
Thank you.
Wait, hold on, guys. I'm new to this still, so let me figure it out.
It's hard.
Oh, okay. Oh, but then that covers Steve's face.
That's all right. Cover my face.
I don't want to cover your face. But thank you so much, Arjons. Richard, you are the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Richard.
Oh, I have seen all of the Halloween pins, and I'm like, okay, which ones should I not buy? It's so bad.
Yeah, that's going to be hard.
Steve to land up.
And they have a Boogie Boogie on so many of them. Oh, if I read the last comment, it will say where the third hidden Mickey one is. So let me go and find that comment, Mike. I'm going to look quick. Oh, the third hidden Mickey is when you're coming up to the end of the graveyard scene and you see the opera singer. Look to the right, and in the cloak, there is a hidden Mickey in the Grim Reaper portrait.
Oh!
I did not know that.
All right, I'm on my way.
You'll see me on the Haunted Mansion in about
I'm flying down there.
4 hours. Yes, please, everyone subscribe to everyone that's in this. Subscribe to them. Subscribe to Steve.
Wait.
Donna. Yes.
I'm giving Donna a high five too. Even though she
Donna.
can't.
Oh, I
Well,
can't.
I'm
she's
giving
doing-
a high five.
You have to
Just
give Donna a
give
high
me-
five. Go that way.
Donna.
Go that way. Go this way.
Yep, I
Go
got
with
you,
me.
Meg. I got you.
Give Donna a high five in the corner. Meg, ready? I can't do it. I'm going the wrong way.
Everything's
Yeah,
mirrored. That's what.
Thank you.
I wish you.
We're like
I wish you had the
cats
option to choose.
I can't do it. Never mind.
That's the best.
It's like math.
So last
It
night
is,
we were on and Kelly from Myers and the Mouse taped to his hands, Zip and Steve, so he knew which one when he wanted to do it. He would raise the one that he was going to. So
I remember that. Oh. Meg just whacked Donna on the head.
Ouch.
It's all better. Oh,
Watch it, Meg.
That was cute.
Steve, I'm not kissing you on the head.
I appreciate that. Thanks.
Oh, so since someone brought up Constance, we've been talking about Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Let's just quickly say that Constance is going to make an appearance in the Boo to You parade now.
Mhm.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Wait, where'd you get that at?
Donna,
Aw.
stop that.
That's so sweet.
Donna, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I specifically, I was like,
That was a spooky. You're welcome.
Sure again.
You're welcome.
There you go. Yes, we have that on record now. Yes.
Oh, that was awesome.
thank you so much, Donna.
You're
I
very
just feel
welcome,
like-
Meg.
I just
You
have
know
to
I love you.
I just have to kiss Donna. Like, oh, you guys are too nice to me.
Donna's the best.
She is.
Please go subscribe to the Disney Angel. She's going to put out more pin videos. And it was like such an honor to even like just have her voice on the stream because I was like,
Stop it.
I just like, it's such an honor to even be friends with you, but then to have you like on my stream, I was like, oh, thank you so much, Greg.
Oh, thank you, Greg. That was nice, buddy.
Mention everyone. Hey, this life of ours, guys. Actually, June and Rachel were like on the Disney Parks blog or something. I just like retweeted it, and it was so cool. Their picture was there. They're doing awesome things. So welcome. And she can do whatever she wants. She's invisible.
You should see the faces I'm making at you guys. Seriously.
Actually,
Well, we can't.
If only you knew. No.
Donna's got
started.
the camera started right now. That'd be funny. Donna's gonna see upper hand tonight.
yeah. Actually, Donna she's dressed like one of the hitchhiking ghosts, but we're so disappointed that you guys didn't get to see.
Well, it's funny. I'm actually wearing my Hitchhiking Ghost t-shirt. I had it all ready to go. Yeah, I know.
I said I was so upset that I'm not at home for this stream because I would have like really gone all out. But right now I'm just wearing a Spider-Man shirt. So
Oh, that's a good thing, though.
That's kind of haunted, man.
it's black. So I was like, we gotta wear some sort of black shirt today.
Donna should send like a picture to Steve. Steve, get it, and put it up on the screen. You can see the shirt.
Like when I did with Haley, cough, 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 laugh, laugh. I had too much fun on that stream too. I always have so much fun with you guys. You guys are such great friends. Oh,
That's sweet.
oh, it's like Donna in real life. You may not see her, but you know she's always there.
Oh, Mike.
Yeah, I was riding this bike path yesterday, and they had turned this whole path into like a Winnie the Pooh themed one. And anytime I think about Donna, I think about the quote where it's like, if there's ever a day where we can't be together, keep me in your heart. I'll stay there forever.
Oh,
That's Donna.
Aw.
There forever.
You
Hey,
guys are so
welcome.
sweet.
I cannot wait to hang out with you. We have to go on the Haunted Mansion because now,
Yes.
talking about this, they have pictures on the Haunted Mansion now.
Mhm.
I
Sit
know.
down.
Yes,
Okay, does anybody know where it is?
yes. It is in the first hallway. It's
Yep.
like at that last portrait. Or the
Oh, you
last.
mean where the thunder and lightning's going in the picture stage?
Yep.
That way
Oh,
it doesn't mess
okay.
up. It
It's-
just looks like part of the lightning.
Which side? Left or right side?
Probably
I think it's more towards the right.
like where the pictures are.
Okay, so it's on the same, like kind of the same side as where the pictures are. Almost.
Yes, 100%. It's over by the pictures.
Okay.
I think it is like more towards the right. I would definitely show you a picture, but like I was on the ride with my mom, and my mom doesn't like me to post pictures of her. Like she doesn't want to be in my videos, and sometimes she pops in there. But I finally found out on the second time where it was. So they just started including the photos, which I think is incredible. You like are sitting in your doom buggy, and I was like, you know, I love it. I love it.
We're gonna. That's why I want to know, because. Gonna do something fun.
I love learning where the photos are on the rides, because as an annual pass holder, which all of us are in the stream right now, in this video, you get free downloads on PhotoPass. So
yes, indeed.
I love to go in and look. I'm like, are they there yet?
I love it. I do it like immediately after. Russ says they use the flash of the lightning for the flash of the picture.
Right. So you can't tell.
Yeah. And I was so surprised at how they because originally it was very, very dark there. And when they added it, I absolutely loved it, because it was just like it had lightened everything up. You could actually see the paintings. And then the next thing I knew, I was like, there's a picture there. So I love the picture, and you guys definitely, Donna, we need a picture. I've seen so many pictures of Samantha on there. She sends them to me. I'm like, oh, I love it. I love it so much.
She's hilarious.
She's so funny.
I want to see some.
She really is.
I love when she sends me pictures. She's like, oh, hold on. I'm going on the Haunted Mansion. I'll send you a picture. I'm like, yes, send me pictures.
Living vicariously through Samantha.
Yes, I do, on like a daily basis.
Does anybody think that at some point they'll try to find a way to give us better Wi-Fi or a better connection so that streaming becomes a better option on that ride? Because I know streaming has always been kind of an obstacle. I know that a few Patrick's saying Steve smile.
I say, no, to take that off. I say no, they're not going to, because I don't think they care that much about it whether or not we stream.
Okay.
Probably not.
Yeah. They may not.
I don't think that Disney cares so much about streaming. I think it's just giving them more publicity for their park. But compared to like us who care about streaming, they are so indifferent. Like, I don't think they really care. I also think it kind of adds to the spookiness of like, you don't have cell phone service in there. So
yeah.
Extra scary.
Although if you have a phone in your pocket and it starts vibrating at the middle of a scary ghost park, that could be.
That'll make me jump.
Often when it's like,
let me out of here.
Oh my gosh. Stuck in this box.
I can't get it. Oh, there it is.
5 minutes later.
In the head.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, went the wrong way. Do that again. There you go.
It takes practice.
Back to the Haunted Mansion.
Steve has just streamed so many times now using this. He was teaching me before we got on, and he just knows which way, because this is reversed. So
yeah.
I guess it's like a miss.
Just know ahead of time if you're on the right hand side of the screen here. If you want to do anything to the left, you got to reach out to this side over here on your right. If you want to do anything on the left, if you're on the other side, you got to use that side. So
Patrick said Walt is gonna smack Melissa at some point.
What?
What did he say?
He said Walt's gonna smack, like trying to practice doing that.
No, not at all.
Oh, and Kat says she only has. Wait, you must have less days, because I have 20 days left. And I counted, Steve. I went back and I counted.
Russ said it's a bad kung fu movie.
well, I only have 11 days, so
That's amazing. I'm so
I
jealous.
only got 12 and a half.
Yay.
12 and a half.
I cannot wait to see all of you. It's going to be, which is
Oh,
kind
we'd
of
like to
ironic.
see you now.
See me right
I
now,
know.
but, you know.
Oh,
It's going to be so much fun. We're going to have a good time. We definitely are.
Thanks, Patrick.
so cute. Everyone's such a cute couple. I love it. So who are your favorite characters in the Haunted Mansion? Oh, they smile all the time. They do.
is there a ghost here somewhere that I don't know about? My couple or
Yeah, same.
He's there.
it's Donna. Hi, Donna. My puppy is down there.
Hey, Stitch.
Oh,
Aw.
it's a pillow pet Stitch.
He's my bud.
He's the best.
We have one of those.
We do.
I'll just cuddle with Stitch. So who's everyone's favorite character within the Haunted Mansion?
Ooh.
Let's start with Walt and Melissa again.
Captain America.
I don't think he's in that attraction.
He doesn't count.
No.
Mine is on the stretching room. You have the 4 pictures. I actually like the ballerina on the tightrope, the tightrope walker. She's my favorite. I really like her. She's really cool.
She's awesome.
I like the hitchhiking ghosts.
That was too easy.
Which one is your favorite?
It's one of the 3 though.
Mo Curly or Larry?
Yeah.
Actually, what is it? Phineas,
Gus, and Ezra.
Yeah.
Or I kind of like it, but with liking the ballroom scene, I like in the parade when they come out and they're actually like people.
The
and
dancers.
Yeah, that's neat.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Patrick said, I like the little lady that says, hurry back. At the end.
Yeah, she does freak me out.
Constance.
It's
Oh,
creepy.
she's so creepy. Oh, Mike said Lady Carlotta. She's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
She's
We missed her last time.
Lady Carlotta and Lady Renata are hilarious. And they have recently added the butler.
Yeah.
Oh, phone. Kat said, Mikram Ladar. But yes, Lady Carlotta and Lady Renata and the butler are hilarious. If you have a second at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party to check them out, they sit in front of the Haunted Mansion for a lot of the night. They'll go back and forth and like take breaks because the ladies are in these big dresses and full on makeup, and they look like ghosts. And last year, I'm so happy I didn't have a zip slip yet, but it's still early. Yeah, so last year the butler was singing one of the Mario theme songs, and they are so interactive. So if you get like really close up, they'll mess with you. So I would highly recommend that. That's a great choice.
They were on break when we went, and we missed them.
You need to go back, and sometimes you can get pictures with them. Yeah. So Walt, you said the tightrope walker. Melissa, you said the hitchhiking ghost. Steve, who is your favorite character?
My favorite character is actually the ghost host, and the voice by Paul Frees, who is also the voice of Ludwig von Drake. If you can fathom him doing the narrator and Ludwig von Drake, he also is the voice of the Pillsbury Doughboy too. But so the guy. He's really talented, but when he takes those other roles like Ludwig and Pillsbury Doughboy, and he turns into that really, I don't want to say sinister, but it's a dark, deep voice.
Yeah.
And just as he guides you around real slow and creepily, I think he's my favorite.
That's a great choice. And the concept of the ghost host is so interesting too, because they originally wanted to give him like an actual human form, or just like what's the word I'm looking at? Like a form.
Yeah.
What are words?
They humanized him.
Yes, kind of like a human, like a tangible object, like a tangible thing, not just like this spirit that sort of guides you and gives you a tour through the mansion. Tangible was the word I was looking for. And so I think it makes it even better that he doesn't have a specific like form or human identity or whatever, because then we can all imagine what we think the ghost host is going to be like.
A level of mystery, for sure.
Yeah. So the ghost host for Steve. How about you, Donna?
Well, I actually agree with Walt on this one. The ballerina in the stretching room, she's just amazing for me. But my second favorite is kind of a polar opposite, because I like Constance, because she's just so creepy.
Yeah, she's so creepy.
She's the bride, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she wields the axe.
I think she's single now.
Or the caretaker. She's so scared.
I can guarantee that she's single.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like
How
the
dumb are those
I like
guys?
the
Who would have thought they
caretaker
would have learned?
with the dog too, the one with the shovel.
Oh yeah. Hey Rob, welcome. Oh, Russ says Donna is the best ghost host.
Yeah, Kay had said, so Steve's what you mean Donna's your favorite then? I said, yeah, yes.
So for me, I do love the tightrope walker in the stretching room, but I also love the hitchhiking ghost. I mean, how can you go wrong with the hitchhiking ghosts? I think if I had to pick one, I would pick Gus. I think he's the cutest. I absolutely love
The cutest scary guy.
The cutest pile of bones.
Ghost.
Just the ghost. But I also love the ghost host, and I absolutely love Donna for being the ghost host. I love everyone, but Constance actually really freaks me out. She's really scary, and the fact that she, like, if you guys don't know, she like chops off her husband's heads, and then she collects pearls for every husband that she has. So when you go in the attic, their heads disappear from the portraits, and it's like, ah.
Well, she's got a lot of pearls. She wears a lot of pearls too.
Yeah,
lots of them.
Well, the hitchhiking ghosts, they're just fun because they're very spirited.
They are.
Yeah.
They're not scary. They're fun. You know.
Thank you, Steve.
I got it. It was bad, but I got it.
Spirited. Yep.
They're very spirited.
I got it.
Thank
The free
that joke died.
Bad jokes brought to you by Walt from Mouse Talk.
Cut that one too. Wow.
Okay, so quickly we'll go through and just say one or two of our, hey Amanda, welcome, one or two of our favorite lines that's from the attraction, and then we're gonna wrap up because Steve and Walt are going to be streaming at 8 o'clock. So let's just start quickly with Walt and Melissa, your favorite lines.
Final arrangements can be made at the end of the tour.
Yeah.
I love that line. He's just
Like
he's the best.
well, the one Noah just put about how there are 999 and there's room for
room
one more.
Yep.
That one I always get a chuckle out of.
4,000 and volunteers. Yeah. How about you, Steve?
Oh, neat, Mike.
Well, I think there's a lot of good lines, but I really think my favorite thing in the whole thing is just the grim grinning ghosts come out to socialize. That's my favorite line of that song, and I think I'm going to go with that because it's just that song is so awesome.
I love that. It's so catchy, and I love that it never truly ends.
Yeah,
it's
amazing. How about you, Donna? What's your favorite line?
Well, my favorite line has to be the lady at the end that goes, "Hurry down."
It's
That's
creepy.
what I'm picturing.
Yeah. And
So
you said
creepy.
it so much.
I know.
And I know that in Haunted Mansion Holiday, that's Sally who does that, who's there,
Yes.
but she's just Sally's much nicer than Constance. So
Oh my gosh.
Yes, she is.
and so quickly before I share mine, I want to just read Mike's comment. He said, Meg, random fact about the Haunted Mansion in Disney World is at the library scene. There's a book of the Nightmare Before Christmas. And then he said,
Bless you.
let me go back. Oh no, what have I done? And there's a book of pictures there of the cast members that have worked there that have left or retired. That is so cool.
It's awesome.
So for me, I think one of them is obviously the 999 Happy Haunts. But then also I love when you're leaving Madame Leota and heading into the ballroom scene. And they say the Happy Haunts have received your sympathetic vibrations and are beginning to materialize. And just I love that entrance into the ballroom scene. It's one of my favorites. But thank you guys so much for joining me to celebrate the Haunted Mansion for 50 years. And I know we love it so much, and we're bummed that Dan couldn't be here. He's still on vacation. So be sure to check out Disney Dan as well. He's normally the host of Disney Fiasco on Saturdays. But thank you so much, Walt and Melissa, for being here. Everyone, please go check out Mouse Talk. Can someone please put their link in the chat? And then Steve, thank you so much for being here. Steve is just the streamer king now. He streams 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. So you could catch him on someone's stream at most times. Last night he probably streamed until like 4 a.m. He doesn't sleep. He's a vampire. He probably belongs in the Haunted Mansion.
That's what it is.
It was only like 1:30.
Oh, that's all.
Oh, that was it.
You sleep for 3 hours.
I only have 3 streams tonight, so we're good.
So,
Only.
yeah. So we're talking about the Stream King. So only 3 streams tonight, and then our Disney angel, Miss Donna Jaworski. I just love her so much.
Our
and
ghost host.
so much for being here. I'm so honored.
Ghost host with the most.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm sorry I wasn't visible.
Oh, we love you no matter
But
what.
you're present.
Absolutely.
That's all that matters.
Yes. Oh my gosh, just having your voice on here. Anytime I'm on like watching Resort TV 1 and I hear your voice in the background, I'm like, that's Donna.
Yeah.
you don't have to be in the video. I'm like, I know Donna's there. Like, show me Donna.
Oh, you're so awesome.
I just love you so much. And I love all you guys. And I cannot wait to hang out in a few weeks, and
Where at?
so much fun.
Pretty epic.
We're gonna have to ride the Haunted Mansion together and get those pictures.
Everybody. We'll get everybody, all of us in the stretching room together. Just one stretching room with like 30 of us, and
Yep.
everybody else will have to wait.
We should do that 100%.
We should.
But I don't want to keep you guys too long because Walt and Steve have a stream at 8 o'clock. It's on Walt's channel, right? It's on Mouse Talk.
Oh, it's going to be just as fun as this one.
Oh yeah, I know they're talking about kneeling in sports. So talking about like the national anthem and kneeling, and more of a philosophical debate, I think. So it'll be really interesting. So please be sure to check them out in just a few minutes. But I just want to say thank you to everyone in the chat again for being here. Thanks to Arjan and Donna and Greg for the super chats. You guys are so kind, and I just really appreciate everyone being here and supporting us. And happy birthday to the Haunted Mansion. So
Yay. Happy birthday.
yes, and on that note, hurry back. And also be sure to check out Walt and Steve's stream in just a few minutes. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Always going the wrong way. Bye.